Hello, my name is Laura. That is a fact. It is not an opinion. But our topic today,
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
you'll hear my husband, that is a fact. You will not see him. He's behind the camera and he's recording this video and giving us opinions as well as what he receives. So we'll be discussing today guidance versus opinion. You ready, hon?
I've been ready.
Great.
I'm just watching you smile from there, though.
So let's begin.
We are beginning.
Great, go ahead.
But
I just know the topic name. I don't know where we're going from there.
you should ask me, why are we having this discussion?
Oh, okay. So why are we having this discussion about guidance versus opinion?
Because as a few, but one of the individuals that we help, a few of them have done this, but I think hers was the funniest. But you probably remember she sent a few messages saying that when she watches the videos, it's like calling her out. Is that the term she used?
I think so, yes.
Well, I happen to be calling out all these individuals that have this habit of when they receive guidance, they try to get my opinion about the guidance, or they start to do things hoping that somehow things will change because of what they're saying or doing.
That the guidance will change.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it.
Because I know you don't give your opinion.
Well, you know that. I don't think they know that. Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
I understand what you're talking about.
Right. You should speak up, though. I don't know if they hear you.
Oh, they can hear me.
That's what this recording is about.
Okay.
So I don't know for sure if this is my opinion, and this is really the truth. I don't know if this is my opinion. No, I've just been told no. I was guided for us to get this video, because at first I thought it was my opinion. You know what? I've had it with this habit. This has to change. And I was told record the video. I know that now, that I was told to record this video so we can get that straightened out. So as you can see, it's nothing personal. We want to stress that.
Right.
But it's important for everyone to understand what the difference is.
Okay.
So knowing that, what do you have to say?
What I have to say is, for any of you who request guidance, it will be given to you, and you will be told, for instance, how beneficial it would be for you to do something. Like, let's say it's my kids and sending them to school versus keeping them home with virtual school. Then I'll be told how
And
beneficial.
that's something we did, by
and
the
that
way.
is something that we did. How beneficial it will be to do one or the other. And it was 100% beneficial to keep them home for virtual learning. So I just ditched all the other requests, do they do the mixed, or do they go to school, whatever the options were. I said it's 100% beneficial for home, so we're going to keep them home. We're going to do virtual schooling.
And they weren't very happy with that. by
Our
the way.
children were not happy with that. They're upset about that. And they
I
said,
wouldn't say they were upset. That's a strong word, but they
okay,
weren't happy.
they were not happy.
Right.
And they tried to state their case as to why they should go to school, but of course, because they're our kids, they understand guidance is guidance. We're going to follow it no matter what. You can try and bring up whatever you want to say to get it to change, but it's not going to change. So that's partly how guidance works. You're told the beneficial aspect of it, and then you decide
The degree of benefit.
Okay,
is
the
what it is.
degree of benefit, and then you get to decide what it is that you will do. Because we all have free will. You can follow it or do your own thing and see what happens.
So, to add to that, I think folks are used to asking a question and receiving a yes or no answer,
Correct.
which is not what we do. We don't give a yes or no answer. That's not how it works here. Again, we're different than a psychic line, right? I don't know if that's what they do with psychic lines, but or whomever they deal with. It's not a should I do this or should I do that. That's not how it works. It's not a plain yes or no answer. So what we do is we find out how beneficial this situation will be, or how beneficial the act will be. If you're traveling from, let's say, one country to another, now you might say, should I take the train, or should I take airplane, or should I drive? And somebody might just tell you, oh, just drive. Well, that's not how we operate. We have spirit guides that we deal with. They've guided us that what we do is we ask for the level of benefit for an action. So instead of asking, should this person drive to the next country, or should they take an airplane, or should they take a train, our question will be, how beneficial is it for this individual to travel to this country via airplane, right? Or how beneficial is for them to travel via train? And then we'll get a number. And then we give that number to the individual, whatever the number is. And at that point, our work is done.
Right. It's always on a scale of 0 to 100. 100 being the most beneficial, 0 being non-beneficial.
Now, there is no in between, and for us it's very clear as to what that means. It's certain degree beneficial, or a certain percentage beneficial. That's it. I mean, I don't know how there could be any other question that comes up from that. But if you're not sure, if you're not sure what that means, put the questions under the video and then we'll respond to them, right?
Right.
But beneficial simply means that it will be good for you, right? Up to a certain point. And that certain point is the number that's given. Whether it's 20% or 70% or 90%, that's the degree of benefit that you'll receive. Done. We don't talk about anything else but the benefit, the beneficial part of it, right? Because we don't deal with negatives.
Right.
So that's one example then. Now, how does that, why are we bringing this up? Well, that's only degrees of benefit,
Right.
But then the guidance could be about, should I leave my husband? Or should I leave my spouse? How about
Or should I end the relationship that I'm in?
Right. Well, you're not going to get a yes or no answer for that either. It's the same thing. Everything is a percentage of benefit. How beneficial is it for you to leave the relationship? You know, should I start dating somebody, whomever the person is? Same thing. It's a degree of benefit. Everything is a degree as to how beneficial it will be for you to take that action, whatever the action is.
Including jobs,
Exactly.
moving from one home to another. It could be anything. It'll always be a degree of benefit for you.
Right?
And then you make the decision from there as to what you will do.
That's the key, right? The answer that you get, any guidance that anyone receives, that's all it is. We ask for the best scenario for somebody, right? You know, and that's when we ask, how beneficial is this? Because that's the best scenario for the individual. If it's 100%, that means that, wow, it's really something you should do. There's a reason why you're doing it. Does that mean that when you get there, everything will be perfect? Not necessarily.
Probably not.
Right? You might get there and you don't get along with your boss still. So then why would you be guided? Or why would you be told that something's 100% beneficial to you, but when you get there, you're still a little unhappy? Why do you think?
I think because it might be a better environment for you to balance and work through whatever it is that you have to go through.
Very good. And cause everything we do is based on karma, right?
Right.
So then when that guidance comes up and it's about a level of benefit, it has to do with the karma you have to balance. That's it. Now you can take a different route and then you don't balance that karma. So you've done some things and you might say, oh, that was pretty good, but then all your karma is still outstanding. So how good was that? So that's why we ask the question the way that we do.
Indeed. And then at that point, a lot of individuals might start asking us, well, can you explain that? Or can you just tell me what it is that I should do? No, we're not going to tell you what to do. It's not up to us to explain it. you have to go through and decide what will be the best for you and for your family and your situation.
As far as they're concerned.
Right.
And that's where the free will comes in. Okay, we are not counselors, nor therapists, or anything like that. All we do is we receive guidance, and then we deliver the guidance. And our job ends at that point. So for example, if you're told that your kids should go to school, but you're concerned about something, maybe the teachers don't like them, or you don't like the teachers, or you don't like the school, so you don't want them to go to that
Don't like
school.
the curriculum, whatever it might be.
Right, but you're told that the guidance is that they should go to that particular school, but in your mind, you asked the question for guidance, but you already had preference, right?
Right.
You already told yourself, I don't want them going to this school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the guidance came, they should go to that school, the same way you say you don't want them to go.
Correct.
Now what? And that's when people will reach out to us and say, well, I don't think the curriculum is good. I think it's a really bad school, or it's in a bad neighborhood.
Right. We start to get all these reasons as to why it shouldn't be 100% beneficial.
No, I wouldn't say that. All I'm saying is that they're telling us the things that they feel are not good about the school.
Right.
Right? Well, my thought is that they're probably doing that thinking that by giving us all that information, then things will change.
Right. Correct. Mm-hmm. That's where I was going with it.
The thing is, it's not my opinion that was delivered to the individuals. That was guidance that was received.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't decide, oh, well, let's tell these parents that their kids should go to that school. I didn't decide that. We checked, made our connection, and then we were told this is the school that they should go to because it's the best school for them at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Ascended Masters and the angels, they see things that we don't see. And they don't look at the neighborhood, they don't look at the teachers there, they look at the karma that needs to be balanced. That's how it works. So just to let everybody know, so you can send us all the details about the school, the bad neighborhoods and all the gangs that are around the school and all the shootings that take place. It doesn't change the fact that according to the guidance, that's where the kids are supposed to go to school. So all of a sudden, don't think that all of a sudden we'll call you back or you'll get a message saying, oh, by the way, we double checked and now the guidance is that they shouldn't go there. So why would the guidance change? Because you told us all that information? Well, have you thought about the fact that the Ascended Masters and the angels already saw all that by the time they gave us guidance?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the guidance won't change?
They can see more than we can.
Do you want to add anything else to that?
No.
No, okay. So the point is that when you, the person watching this video, request guidance, know that it is not our opinion. The majority of people that's asking for guidance, we've never met them, we don't even know them. We don't know anything about them, except, well, we know something, their name and date of birth, right? The information that they gather, or that they give us, we know that.
Right.
So why would we want to put you in a situation when we have no idea really what the situation is like, and we don't ask either, right?
Exactly.
It's not as if though someone asks for guidance, they say, well, before we go and check, tell us more about this situation. That's not how it works. The less information we have, the better it is for us, correct?
Correct.
At least that's how we do it. We always tell people, don't give us information.
Exactly.
For that reason. Because if someone were to tell me, will you please check and see if my kids are supposed to go to this school? And they said, but they have a lot of gangs there. And all this, I'm like, whoa, I don't think your kids should go there. I mean, but then that's my opinion, right?
Right.
Now I go and I check, who knows? I might actually get that answer, but that's not from the Ascended Masters. That's me being biased because of the information that I received earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't want additional information. We get the guidance, we give it to you, and even at that point, you don't have to tell us anything else because it's not going to change the guidance. That situation was there before the guidance, it will be there after the guidance, but if you're supposed to work through it, then it will slowly go away. That's just, or maybe go away quickly. It will get resolved, or soon enough you'll be leaving there. But guidance doesn't really change. And it doesn't matter how much explanation someone gives to us, it doesn't change the guidance at all. In the past, I've had individuals ask me to go and double check, just in case I made a mistake. Well, how can I make a mistake when it's not me giving the information? I'm just delivering what's been given to me. Mm-hmm. The only reason why someone would think I made a mistake is because they're thinking that I'm the one giving the information.
It's not what they expected sometimes.
It's not what they want. It's more like it.
Oh, true. Well, not what they want. Mm-hmm.
And maybe in some cases it's not what they expect. Because I know we've received guidance and then I go like, what? I did not expect that.
Yes.
No, we've had those. So that absolutely could be the case as well. So, guidance versus opinion. Did I make that very clear?
I think so.
Why do you say that?
Because we talked about how the guidance is received. It's always a degree of benefit. And that we will not give our opinion about any of it in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, especially when we're asked, right?
Yes, especially when we're asked.
We've had individuals that will lay out a scenario. Well, now that this is the guidance, well, here are the other options. Now what? What options should we take? Well, why are you asking me? I'm not getting involved in that. I don't know your family life. I don't want to get involved in your family's life. Mm-hmm. I don't mean in a bad way, but I don't know what karma you have to balance. That's why we always go and get guidance. Mm-hmm. And once the guidance is delivered to you, then it's up to you whether or not you want to follow it. It has nothing to do with me. If you don't follow it, it doesn't affect me one way or the other. All I do is deliver it. Even our own kids, they have a hard time with that, right?
They do.
Because they'll say, well, Dad, how about if you give your opinion? I'm like, nope, I'm not giving you my opinion. And they always ask me why. And what do I tell them? Do you remember?
No, I just know that when we've had situations where our kids have asked for guidance and you said, oh, I think it's going to be this, but I'll double check. And then you get back to them like, nope, it was not what I was thinking. So.
Right. But then now they're used to just asking me to ask for guidance for them. But in the beginning they said, no, we want to hear what you have to say. And I'll tell them, no, you don't want to hear what I have to say. Because what I have to say more than likely will be biased. It's based on my experience and society in general. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to give my opinion. Now, there are times when what I'm thinking turns out to be the guidance. I'm like, oh, good, at least my thinking was accurate, right? So I feel good about that. But I'd rather, even for our own kids, I'd rather just deliver the guidance. Mm-hmm. Now, is it always what they want to hear?
No.
But then they've come to realize that it's not my opinion. So see, it's so much easier to guide your kids when they understand that it's not your opinion. Mm-hmm. And whether or not they like it, then they either follow it or they don't. But they know that it's not my opinion. It was guidance that was received. Mm-hmm. Now they might ask my opinion, then I'll say, okay, just remember, this is my opinion, and more than likely, my opinion doesn't match the guidance one bit. So,
right.
But I always tell them, don't follow my opinion, though, because I don't know what's ahead. Right? I don't see the big picture. It's the same thing with everyone that requests guidance from us. We don't know the big picture, right? The Ascended Masters do, their spirit guides do, and they're the ones that help guide them. When we receive guidance, their spirit guides are involved in it. They're the ones telling us this is the best thing for them. So this is what you tell them. Okay, I'll deliver the message. They don't tell me, oh, this is what you tell them, and then if they want to change it, you give them your opinion. They never say that. So I won't do that unless if I'm told. And it's hard for me to imagine that a spirit guide would tell me to give my opinion.
And I definitely do not think they would ever say, this is the guidance, but if you bring up these issues, we might change the guidance.
Right. That's what I mean by the opinion. I'm sure that they want us to give our opinion, right? Because we have free will. Mm-hmm. So let me correct that. We have free will. So they'd be happy for me to give my opinion, as long as we make sure that our opinion is very clearly stated that it is our opinion.
Yes.
And when we communicate with individuals, we always make it very clear. This is just my opinion. Mm-hmm. But when you're given guidance, you should not ask us to comment on it. That's the point. What do you think that means? No.
That's for you to decide.
Exactly.
That's for you to figure out.
Exactly. And it will come to you. You might not think that it makes sense at this time, but because the message was meant for you, you'll get the message from it. You'll get to understand it better than we would. They could tell us once you figure it out. So I hope I called out all the people that have done this in the past. Please feel good about it, because now you know how to approach this. We're not mad at you, by the way. That's not why we're doing this. We just want to make it very clear because it comes up so often. And it's coming up a lot lately.
Right.
Maybe because we're getting more individuals that are asking for help. That's probably it.
That's it.
Right.
And a lot of individuals, the newer individuals, are asking, what does your husband see for my future? And I'm like, let's reword this question. What exactly is it that you are looking to get an answer on? So that way we can find out exactly what is the most beneficial option for you. So
That's another video. Actually, that would be a good video, right? A good one to cover, topic to cover.
Okay.
All right, beautiful lady, with your
This
sexy
means
smile.
that you should look us up at 190vision.com, which is our website. Find us at 190vision on Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. Remember to share this video, like, and subscribe.